attack. We'll see how his Paladin route stacks up against some of the other teams that we've seen. We actually cast a game here on Monday that was quite entertaining, so we'll see if Crew can make us drop our jaws at some amazing shots. Crew is getting shot a lot though. Ray Duke is already off to a good start with 2 defensive rockets.
Yeah, he's down to 1 armor right now. He's trying to see if he can make anything happen over at that laser pad. He doesn't know where anyone is. He knows there's someone close to him somewhere, maybe in this maze, maybe not. But no, Unko takes him out pretty easily right there. So Crew, why doesn't Crew have a G on his name?
Why would
just
he have a G?
I am Crew.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
The other 2 guys have IMG.
He just
and he capitalizes the M. This is very.
Maybe he doesn't know
about all that.
Look, Challenge is number 2 in Asia. Unko is number 1 in Europe, and Ray Duke is number 3 in Europe.
Number 1. Jeez. I've never seen number 1.
You've never seen number 1?
Well, there we go.
Right
Take a screenshot of that.
It's Unko.
That's amazing.
Unko plays the most Shootmania of anyone in the world.
Because I mean, when it gets down to it, it's pretty. I mean, you have to be good, obviously. But once you're at that top tier, it pretty much does come down to who's playing the most games of Elite, who's practicing the most, who's pugging the most.
Ooh, who's putting in the hours,
taken out.
The late nights with the Mountain Dew and the Pringles.
Oh yeah,
and the Hot Pockets.
Well,
and the coffee.
Ray Duke is number 3 as well, right? In Europe, so that's.
Well, that makes sense. They probably play together a lot.
Yeah, well, that does make sense. Now
and scrims do count towards ladder ranking.
Yeah, scrims, pubs of Elite. Even any kind of Elite play will give you ladder points. Ooh, Moonil just missing a few of those rockets there. It's not football. He doesn't want to catch these rockets.
Or speedball.
Oh, it's not speedball. Yeah, you don't want to. It's not a soccer ball, guys. For the Europeans out
what
there.
else is it not? It's not a frisbee. It's not a tennis ball.
It could be like a high velocity tennis ball with some like.
It looks like a tennis. It looks like
action
a fiery softball.
Yeah, I think it might be a fiery tennis ball, to be honest.
It's a little too big.
They just have tennis rackets and they're just like shooting them at all the.
That could be a game mode. Launcher, you could have Shootmania tennis as a game mode.
You could. That would actually be pretty cool. It could be the bouncy thing. Would be the. Okay, I think we got an idea here. That's
the bouncy rockets.
Yeah, the bouncy rockets.
That could totally work. We did try a game mode just last week that was called Golden Dunk.
Golden Dunk?
Where basically you pick up a ball and hit a jump pad and jump into the opposing team's hoop. But it wasn't really functioning correctly. Bosnak actually set it up, and we were goofing around on it, but it didn't look like it was functioning as intended. But
yeah,
Hakeem,
I tried to dunk on Joshy, it just didn't work.
It just didn't work. You just can't.
On him, but
you just can't dunk on me. You just can't do it. Hakeem attacking now, down to 2 armor. He has already traded with Crew. Oh wow, that would have been pretty impressive. He does end up getting the kill on Challenge anyway. So it's all up to Moon L to survive the next 3 seconds. That rocket may have just sealed the deal and kept him off the goal long enough. Look at that. Yeah. Moon L also landing up 3rd and final rocket, so there's no chance for Hakeem to actually hop on the goal. Good defense there from Moon L.
Yeah, that was an impressive defensive round right there. I thought he was going to lose that for sure, but Hakeem wasn't able to finish it. Now we got Challenge. Ooh, just missing that rocket right there. He's going to work his way up the left side. This seems like the attack route of choice for both these teams. Kind of loop your way back around. Try to maybe catch one of the guys rotating a little bit from that L fence.
You know what I just noticed about IMG Challenge? Look at his logo. Do you recognize that?
That's imaginary.
That's incredible miracle.
What? He's got the IM.
Maybe that's why Crew is rocking the IM.
Wow. That is very interesting. Incredible miracle.
I just noticed that.
The StarCraft team has apparently a Shootmania team, but no.
That would be pretty rad. If they had a Mongolian Shootmania player on LGIM, that would be really cool.
Oh, man, that would be,
Challenge does get knocked down. They have League of Legends teams as well.
IM does?
Yeah. It's pretty interesting, though. This Mongolian player would rock the LGIM tag in Shootmania.
That is very interesting. I guess he likes the logo. Maybe
Esports.
He's a fanboy. But
he
yeah,
could be a fanboy.
Overall,
maybe he is
cool.
Actually Nesty.
Maybe it's Nesty.
I think it's probably Nesty.
Yeah, guys. That breaking news here.
Definitely Nesty.
We have Nesty from StarCraft playing this game. If you don't know who that is, then I don't know if I can consider you a friend.
3-time GSL Code S champion.
That is who he is.
He was a top 4. I think he got 3rd place at IPL 4. That's the farthest he's gotten in any IPL events. Unko getting nailed from long distance, now shooting down those pesky rockets instead. Looks like Sabet is joining, but he is a caster, so I think he's probably going to just be casting in French. We've got Unko getting popped up and destroyed by Crew, rocking the IM tag, not the IM logo. He's going to be attacking now. Still only defense so far in this Game 3 between Imaginary and BuyKey. We'll see if anyone can try to break this stalemate and land some friggin' lasers once in their life.
Normally you see a little bit more attack rounds on this map, just because, you know, it's pretty good for the attackers. Crew, though, he sees that defender over there kind of playing in a strange position. He kind of had an open shot right there, but wasn't able to land it. Now he's going to just work his way back around the left side. You know, just pretty standard here for Crew. He's going to see if anyone's peeking him. But no, nothing's really working out for him yet. He needs to try to isolate one of these defenders, and he does have this guy isolated over here. He's going to try to make his way up, but he isn't really tracking him very well. He doesn't really know where he is, missing that open shot, so he's going to just get rushed down now. He does take out one of the defenders before he goes down, but it's not going to be enough. So now there's been 7 successful defensive rounds, and Ray Duke is going to try to stop that chain and get an attack around here for BuyKey.
Yeah, maybe these players just aren't familiar enough with Paladin. I don't know, because it seems like they're kind of taking some weird strategic decisions. It looks like nobody's playing the fence, but, you know, with 7 defensive rounds in a row, I guess we can't really fault them for that. It seems to be working. So Ray Duke still going to try to be the first one to laser all 3 guys. And these tight passages, Ray Duke can't even hit the guy when he's taking up 60% of his screen, so that's pretty rough. He misses again. Time is just not on his side right now. He can see Moon L across the way. He's trying to shoot at rockets just for funsies, I guess, but should probably be trying to figure out a way to get into the goal.
He just can't hit Crew right there.
He just can't. He needs to get out of that tight space. There's no reason for him to be there when he could be jumping around, taking free shots at the other defenders. In that little tight area, anyone could just pop up behind him and nail him, and that's basically what happened. So Moon L, now it falls on him to try to be the first attacker. Don't know who it's going to be, but they'll be pretty relieved, I think, once someone does finally do the job. That was a super long-range rocket. You can see Imaginary is actually, or no, sorry, BuyKey is actually using that front gate to try to apply some pressure early, but Moon L is just running right past it, doesn't really care about that. He's going to try and figure out a new way in. Barely misses that defender before he falls down, and the defender just hops right back up. Ray Duke, from below, actually managed. He must have hit the very top of the player's head there to eliminate him, but that's, again, a very swift defensive round.
Yeah, and BuyKey, they were playing a guy over at that L fence, and they also had a guy playing in the nook just to the left of that if you're looking at the L fence from the attacker's perspective. And that's not a spot that we see too much. It's kind of right where Hakeem is right now, except just into that little left cranny. And generally you'll see that player play over here by the laser pad, but I kind of do like it because it gives you two defenders. It allows them to kind of support each other at the start of the round, and they can both kind of rotate back somewhat easily just because there's a lot of obstacles and you know, terrain on this map for you to rotate back towards the point as the round goes on. Whoa. But Hakeem, he's trying to get this guy in the maze, and he does take him out, so he's down to 2 armor now. He's got 5 seconds before the point's open, so he's in a decent position. He's going to try to make his way towards the point and focus on Kalanj over here.
I think he's got it.
But he misses that, and he's going to try to go for the capture, and he does get it. So BuyKey looking pretty strong here. After losing the first map, they won the second map, and now they're up by 1 attack round to 0 here, as this third map is kind of winding down. You know, it's already 6-4, so Kalanj is going to have to make something happen for IMG. If it's not him, it's going to have to be the next attacker. So they really need something, you know, almost need a miracle here for IMG.
Well, if no one else gets any more attack rounds, if IMG can hold BuyKey to just 1, then they will have 3 full attempts. You know, each one of them has a shot at trying to get back into this game. So Kalanj, with the first opportunity here, already not off to the hottest start, down to 2 armor. He keeps taking that jump pad, which is so risky because you basically float for a really long time on that jump pad, and there's still 3 defenders standing. They're all in front of him now, which is kind of nice, but how is he going to be able to get in through them, especially with only 1 armor left? Time is expired now. Rayduke lands that third and final rocket, and Imaginary needs to come up with something fast. Now Unko has an opportunity to make it so that Imaginary only has one more attempt if he can get that attack round. So Paladin shaking out to be super, super defensive, but that one round made just such a huge difference. Hakeem R, I believe, wasn't it? Yeah, Hakeem R, with only one defensive shot, mind you, was the one to hop on and do the shimmy well enough to get that attack round that's so important here.
Yeah, that pole dance, man. #1 pole dance, EU.
That could be.
Now we got Unko here.
Unko, #1 EU ranking.
Oh, okay, hello.
So they got several #1s in EU.
So he's got to show us why he's #1 right now. Almost getting hit by that laser. We do have a guy over on the laser pad right now. Let's see if he's going to rotate. There he is again. Unko missing that shot just by 25 centimeters. Unko landing a nice shot right there, though. He's down to 2 armor. He's got 13 seconds left. He needs to get on the pole somewhat soon. Taking another rocket right there in the face. Unko missing again. He's making his way towards the point. 5 seconds left, but no. Moon L takes him out. So good defense right there.
Yeah, looks like Imaginary was able to stave off quicker defeat, but they're still in a rough spot where none of them have taken an attack round. They need at least one here to try and tie it up to give them any shot of moving on into the semifinals. Otherwise, BuyKey looks like they're going to be facing off against one of another of Europe's best teams to try and get that qualifying round. Crew taking out Hakeem is off to a great start. Rayduke is actually out now as well, and suddenly it's just Unko versus Crew.
Wow.
Never mind, Crew on a rampage.
Crew had all the time right there, but he decided to just rush that defender, which can be kind of risky considering he probably had all of his rockets left. But he lands that first shot. That was that 3 up, 3 down, 3
Pretty
shots,
close.
3 kills. It was more or less something like that. It looked like it. He just dominated that. And that was a big turnaround for IMG right there. Now I've tied things up as far as the attack rounds go, so that was huge right there, and it looked like he just did that so easily.
Well, that's because the second player was just out and about. You know, sometimes you'll see that swift first kill and then puts him in a good position, but the second defender was just like ready and waiting.
Frolicking in the fields.
He was like, I'm going to go help.
He's
like,
wait. Yay, skipping around, hopping around.
Didn't pay off.
No, did not pay off.
Skipping does not
You don't want to just frolic in the fields in this
frolicking.
game. You got to be hiding behind corners. Oh, nice shot there by Rayduke. Now, if Rayduke gets this round, that would be amazing play from him. He's going to make his way towards the point, but no, he doesn't get it. Gets taken out pretty easily there at the end with those quick rockets landing onto him. And now it's 7-7. Moonal has the chance to bring IMG into the lead for the first time on this map. It's 1 attack round to 1 attack round. So again, it hasn't been a 2 attack round heavy map, but you know, Moonal, he's gonna try to make something happen here. He's making his way up the left side, dodging all that spam, kind of just running through the spam actually. Ooh, almost getting hit right there. And it's looking like BuyKey is playing those 2 guys over near that L fence. Probably going to rotate over a little bit, and yes, they do. They already have 2 guys back towards the point. He's got 18 seconds left before the pole's open, so he's still got time. He's going to try to see if he can get an open shot on one of these defenders here, but they're not really giving him much. They are peeking out now, but that's because his laser is on cooldown. Moonal just barely evading all this spam right here, just missing that shot by just a little bit. He still is looking for that one open defender. He's got a couple over here. He's going to be able to get an open shot. He misses that one. He really needed to land that. Lands that one, but he's already down to 1 armor here, and he gets taken out by Hakeem. So now it is 8-7 in favor of in favor of BuyKey, and now BuyKey has the chance to finish things off. Hakeem already has 1 attack round. If he gets this one, they will put the match away for BuyKey.
Yeah, I've noticed that most of the rounds that we've seen have just been goal captures, except for Crew with that 1-2-3 very, very quick elimination. These guys, you know, they're pretty good on defense, as we've seen here on Paladin, but I think it could be a case of both teams having a little bit of a lack on laser. Like, they just have not really been impressing. I mean, you'll see 1 shot per attack or so, but Crew really was the only one that had a great round, and the defenders were playing kind of sloppy even in that case. So these guys are just having a tough time of it. There you see Crew and Challenge hitting all 3 of those shots from long range, and we're officially in extra rounds here. The next attack round is going to be very, very important, whichever side it happens to be on.
Now we got Challenge here trying to give IMG the lead, but you know, it's going to be hard for him to do. Like you were saying, none of these guys' lasers have really been on in this map. On the last map, we saw a few more attack rounds, but you know, here on Paladin, the defense has been pretty tight. But more so, I think it's been that the laser shots haven't really been on. They've had some open shots, and they just really haven't been able to connect with them. And here we see Unko's defensive perspective. He knows where the attacker is. He's just right down below him. He's gonna try to see what he can do here is rotating back around to the left side. Trying to land some spam onto the attacker here. That gets one, gets almost another one. He gets taken out though there by Challenge. Challenge was not really looking at him for a while there, but did turn around and take him out. And now Challenge is down to 1 armor. He's got 8 seconds left. He's gonna make his way over to the left, but he gets hit with a nice prediction rocket from Ray Duke.
All right, the BuyKey guys are doing exactly what they need to do on defense. They didn't let Crew's successful attack round earlier shake them. They just went back to what they were doing, and it seemed to work out fine. So Unko back on the attack now for BuyKey. He's got an opportunity to just straight up win the game if he can land those 3 important lasers. So we're going to watch his perspective and in this very important round and see if he can piece together a couple of shots or maybe even hop on that goal to send BuyKey into the semifinals.
Right. Nice in that first shot there. So far, it's been pretty standard defense here from IMG. Unko is still not able to find a defender in the open. He's going to make his way over. Nice shot there from Unko onto Challenge. Now he's got good position here on the point.
Interesting stuff. If he can just take out that second defender. No, he swings and misses. Now the goal's open, but he does trade. Next shot wins on this situation. So Unko looking to land that 1 laser. I don't think he's wanting to go for the goal. He may need to actually try and get on there, though. His time is running down. Oh, he hits that last shot and wins the game for BuyKey with just seconds remaining. Didn't even make an attempt at the goal. Just leaned on his laser and happened to hit the shot. Great stuff there.
Yeah, what a
from Unko. So, yeah, that was a really good final game there on Paladin. Lots of good defense. We saw a couple of great attack rounds as well. Crew had a very nasty round specifically. Just wasn't enough to take Imaginary into the semifinal. So that's pretty much it for that series. Looking at the time, it is 12:06 our time, so we may see if one of our semifinal matches has begun. If so, we may hop into it. We're going to go to a break right now and see what we can get for you guys on the other side.